The Hogan's Alley release brings improvements to usability and incident management handling. First, we'd like to highlight navigation improvements, a new dashboard widget for event traffic, dashboards for all users, and expanded event report columns. Next, we've streamlined incident management processes, including a redesigned recipient selector, longer group descriptions, and alert contexts. We've enhanced the xMatters mobile app, allowing you to easily duplicate events, respond from push notifications, edit shift occurrences, a new dark theme, and the ability to view suppressed events. Finally, we've rolled out new API updates, added libraries to Flow Designer, new steps, the ability to merge flow paths, packaged workflows, and support for legacy outbound integrations in Flow Designer.
In this release, we've put a lot of focus into giving you an improved user experience. We've added a new alert icon in the top banner so you can clearly see when you have a pending notification. The badge counter beside it tells you how many unread messages you have waiting. All you have to do is click on it to go right to your inbox. We've also moved the navigation to the left side to give you a much cleaner workspace. To access the menu, click an item to expand the options and choose your destination. Once you're familiar with the new layout, you can collapse the menu to show only the icons and free up even more screen real estate. As part of the new navigation experience, we've updated many areas with a responsive design, providing a more elastic canvas to take advantage of your screen real estate. Visibility over your event traffic patterns gives you powerful control over system and staffing issues both operationally and forensically. We've heard from you how valuable this data is, so we've added a new event traffic widget. Simply drag this widget to your dashboard and see your events by source over time. Customize the title to whatever you want and hover over a data point to see a detailed breakdown by source. We've enhanced all xMatters dashboards with the ability to use customizable widgets, regardless of license level. This gives everyone fine-grained control over their instance, including control over which roles get which dashboard capabilities. There are still some restrictions by license level, such as the ability to share and create multiple dashboards, but we're excited to bring widget customization to everyone. We'll be adding more visualizations over the next few releases, including the ability to drill down. The All Events report has been streamlined with the new navigation design, and we've used the extra room to give you 4 new columns: targeted recipients, source, form, and priority. You can add, remove, rearrange, and filter the columns to customize the report to your needs. On top of that, you can now export the All Events report. Simply click the Export button and choose whether you want to export all the available columns or only the currently selected ones. The Export Details tab lists the date range of the export, as well as any applied filters. And the Events tab lists all the juicy values event by event, with the columns already arranged in your customized order. Happy reporting!
Efficient incident response is a critical part of running an effective incident management process. In Hogan's Alley, we've introduced some new features to help your incident team get the right responders as quickly as possible. We've redesigned our recipient selector for message and subscription forms to make it much easier to find and select multiple recipients at the same time. You can still filter for the type of recipient you want to add, such as groups, users, and dynamic teams, but now choosing and adding related groups is much faster and more intuitive. At the same time, we've also made it easier to avoid accidentally selecting a user's device instead of the user you're trying to target. This helps make sure you're notifying a person according to their preferred device order and timeframes instead of mistakenly pinging the wrong device. We've increased the length for group descriptions, giving you 5 times more available character space to stuff your descriptions with keywords and tags like service names, architecture components, skills, whatever you need. Best of all, use these keywords in the recipient selector to find the right groups faster than ever, whether from the UI or using our APIs. Now that you've quickly found just the right subject matter expert, help them understand why they're being paged out. Responders can differentiate when they're being pulled in as an incident commander or as a service team member. Subscribers can even see the subscription that found them. Have you ever been dealing with an existing event and wished you could push the reset button on accepting that particular notification? Or maybe you really just need to update an existing event and add another team to the conference bridge. Now you can do all that from your mobile device with the new Duplicate Event feature for iOS. Simply tap on the event you want to duplicate, tap Manage, and then Duplicate. You can see all the important properties and make any necessary changes to the event before sending it off. With xMatters, we know the most valuable thing we can save you is time. Now on iOS, when you get a push notification related to an event, you can respond directly from the notification without even opening the app. Just tap and hold on a notification or swipe from the lock screen to see your quick responses. Just make sure your response options are set up correctly ahead of time to make sure responders can see the right options at the right time. Life is often unpredictable, but when the unexpected happens, xMatters has your back. Last release cycle, we brought our iOS users the ability to tap on a shift to view its details. Now with Hogan's Alley, you can go a step further and edit the details of this shift. Go ahead and change the start and end times or who's on call and in what order. Just note that your changes only affect the one shift and not the entire series. Responding to a critical incident in the middle of the night is no joke, but we'd like to at least make sure it's easier on your eyes. Whether you're on iOS or Android, your xMatters app can go dark themed. All you need to do is make sure your operating system settings are set to dark theme and the app will switch automatically. Have you ever been hit with a ton of alerts all at once, all from the same incident? It's a common problem that we're helping you solve with our Event Flood Control feature. Event Flood Control correlates and collapses duplicate alerts into a single event so you can focus on the real problem at hand. In the Frogger release, xMatters rolled this out for iOS, but now in Hogan's Alley, we're rolling it out for Android too. This lets you monitor event floods on your mobile device and dig into the details of each alert without being overwhelmed by repeat notifications for the same incident.
Using service accounts to connect your tools isolates the risk of security issues or unexpected access changes, but having separate accounts for each tool can really eat up your user licenses. Our new API key management feature lets you create multiple named API keys for a single service account. These API keys aren't subject to password reset policies, making them more durable than other authentication methods. We're focusing on improving usability with our Hogan's Alley API updates. Now you can leverage our APIs to develop custom reports and tools that will help you identify who was notified and why. It's now easier to craft on-call schedules with enhancements that improve support for rotation-based shifts and to discover objects like sites and roles. As always, check out the xMatters REST API reference guide for more detail on these updates and much more. Hogan's Alley brings lots of expanded features from our integration platform into Flow Designer. First off, we're excited to introduce our new libraries for Flow Designer. You can now create and share helpful utilities and scripts globally across your organization's workflows. You won't have to update individual moment libraries anymore. Libraries also benefit from the same robust sharing and versioning model used in custom steps and triggers, so you can maintain control of your organization's workflow development process. Libraries are automatically exported and imported as part of any workflow where they are referenced, easily sharing them between development, staging, and production environments. We've had lots of community members ask us to make it easier to specify important event attributes like priority using the Create Events tool step in Flow Designer. We've been listening, and the new Handling tab will allow you to do just that. Simple controls for hard-coding new values and an option to map in flow properties for dynamic behavior make using these advanced handling features a breeze in Flow Designer. Hogan's Alley also introduces our first two package workflows built with Flow Designer in mind. The Send Alerts workflow template will let you get started notifying users and groups with minimal setup, quickly test messages, learn about how things work in Flow Designer, or use it as a starting point for your own custom workflows. With Send Alerts, it's easy to send notifications. All it takes is an email or an HTTP request. The Zendesk Alerts packaged workflow includes flows that can notify responders about relevant tickets in Zendesk, keeping your Zendesk users informed by updating the original ticket as your incident response processes are orchestrated through xMatters. This workflow includes our first pre-built app trigger, which can be used to extend our out-of-the-box process with your own custom workflows. The Zendesk Alerts workflow features some great examples of another hotly requested Flow Designer enhancement. Say goodbye to duplicate flow segments, as Flow Designer now allows you to merge multiple paths to a single step, intelligently resolving common outputs to ensure your data is available to any downstream steps. Now you can easily merge switch scenarios, response option actions, and more, making your flows more maintainable and easier to understand. Once you see our pre-built flows in action, it's easy to connect other apps to update stakeholders or reach your resolvers wherever they work using our built-in steps, like those for Microsoft Teams, Slack, and Status Page. We're not stopping here though. Stay tuned for more frequent and exciting updates from us on additional package workflows and the pre-built app steps and triggers that make them possible. Because we want everyone to benefit from the power and ease of Flow Designer, Hogan's Alley brings enhanced support for legacy Outbound integrations. Now you can see new and old integration platform technologies all in one place, and easily migrate any old integrations to Flows to take advantage of everything Flow Designer has to offer.
Thank you for taking your time to learn about the exciting new features we're rolling out with the Hogan's Alley release. For a complete list of all features in this release, or to provide feedback, visit us at xmatters.com/Hogan's Alley.